you would have very frequently heard about OLQs, officer-like qualities. So all along, I have been telling you, your personality gets assessed. Now, a natural question is, I mean, how do they assess the personality? Okay. So your personality is assessed based on certain OLQs that they look for in you. And gentlemen, it is no great secret, as many of you would know, there are about 15 OLQs that get talked about, right? 15 officer-like qualities, that is what is seen in a candidate during their assessment. Now, I want you to have a better understanding of these OLQs, right? Because this is something which is central to entire SSB process, right? Say this is like for any other selection process. Say, for example, you want to recruit an accountant, right, for your organization. So what do? You first take out a QR, qualitative requirements, right? What are the qualities you would look for a person who could be a good accountant? So you will work out, okay, you should have done finance, you should preferably should be MBA, he must be good in accounting, must be good at maths, he should be able to sit on a desk for over a long period of time, and such like things. And then you advertise accordingly, and when people come based on these parameters, you judge a person. If he foots the bill, you select it. Okay, in defense forces also it is same. I mean, the principle is the same. So this SSB process is in vogue right from Second World War, right? And it has withstood the test of time. So at the time of evolving the process for SSB, a similar exercise was undertaken. Please understand that. So in that, it was done at a very vast scale. People went to forward areas, they interacted with very senior officers, they interacted with troops, they interacted with commanding officers, and then they started asking them that what are the qualities that you would look forward to having in an army officer, or for that matter, Navy and Air Force also. So like that, they started collecting it. Even very many researchers also start looking for qualities that they think should be there in a defense officer. So like that, initially I think figure was 146 or something. 146 officer-like qualities were there, which were indicated by various commanders and experts, etc. Now researchers then worked on it. Then they started sifting it. What are the qualities that are accessible, which can be assessed using certain instrument, and which are the qualities which are non-accessible. So those were shed out. And then further deliberations were done that a quality, 4 or 5 qualities, which have some kind of a semblance with each other or some kind of an overlap with each other, they were clubbed together, and then that quality was given a name, right, and was defined. Please understand that, right? So each of these 50, and that is how they arrived at a figure of 15 OLQs. So point why I'm giving this background to you, I want you to have a very good understanding that each quality is just not one quality. Okay, like it carries a name, say for example, determination. So you know determination, and you would arrive at its English meaning and say, okay, determination is this. But no, it is just not an English OLQ. I mean, in a term OLQ, which you can understand by its simple English meaning. No, it is defined. Okay, the definition may be of 3-4 sentences, 3-4 lines, half a page even at times, where it says what are the elements that are looked for in that OLQ. Okay, so that is how these 15 OLQs are arrived at. So that is one clarity I want you to have in your mind. Second insight I wish to share with you is that these 15 qualities, the way I told you they have been arrived at, are then further grouped into 4 groups. Now, gentlemen, please pay attention what I am saying. They are further grouped, and for the sake of simplicity, I'll call them group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4. Right? Okay. So otherwise in SSB we use the term factor, factor 1, factor 2, factor 3, factor 4. Okay, fine. So 4 groups. And what are these groups? What are the qualities that have been clubbed? These 15 qualities have been divided into 4 groups. Now, what are they? One is the qualities related to your mind. Okay, one group of qualities. Okay, there are 4 OLQs that are clubbed under this group of mind. So they are all related with your brain, your intellectual capacity, your ability to think logically, even your communication, etc., is emanating from your brain. How orderly fashion you can collect the facts and then convey it across. Okay, so one group of quality, mind. Second is group of qualities that we say qualities of heart. Now there are 3 qualities that have been clubbed here. Okay, they have all to do with your interpersonal and intrapersonal, okay, activities, relations, okay, and then your sense of responsibility, how responsible you are, okay, whether like Honorable Vice Chancellor was trying to tell you, whether you are a selfish person or you place organizational interest above your interest, all those qualities are grouped under qualities of heart. Third one, we say qualities of guts. Another term used is leadership qualities, but leadership qualities is a very broad term. So qualities related to guts. There are 5 OLQs that are clubbed here. I'll tell you about these OLQs little later, but please register the broader point which I wish to flag with you. Okay, so these are the qualities which make you go, right? Okay, to help you execute things on ground. Okay, and the last group of qualities are called qualities of limbs. They are also called dynamic qualities. Now these are the qualities which kind of they work as a fuel, right? Okay, they provide fuel for you to do what you need to do, say uh, towards qualities of guts. I'll explain it a little later in more details. Now, having told you that these OLQs are divided into 4 groups, I wish to flag yet another very important point with you, which is very central to your understanding of SSB in correct perspective. You have to have a balance in these qualities. In your personality, there should be a balance of all qualities of these 4 groups, right? Please understand, if you are having one group of qualities to a very large extent but lacking in another, oh, that is not a balanced kind of a personality. Okay, so what I am saying is you need to have in you the correct balance of qualities, right, of these 4 groups. I'll give you a very simple, though it may look to be a crude example, but a very simple example to understand it correctly. Right. Think them like 4 wheels of a car. Okay, 4 wheels having good tires, like 4 wheels of a car. So if your one wheel, say one of your front wheels is a very big, good radial tires and with all the good frames, etc., that kind of a wheel it has got. But you have, say, your rear wheel, one of the rear wheels, a normal kind of a wheel, and that too a punctured wheel. Now, can that car run? Okay. So this is the understanding you need to have in yourselves while you are understanding OLQs. That car cannot run. You have to have a balanced four wheels for your car to give its best performance. Okay. So please remember that. Okay. And now I'll go further, having told you very important aspect of having a balance. If you have, say, qualities of mind and heart in abundance, but you lack in qualities of guts and limbs, then that is not a balanced personality. There is a disbalance. And since in armed forces, an officer has to have a very sound mind, he has to have excellent relationships with himself first and with then his colleagues and subordinates at the same time without being selfish. And then he has to have leadership qualities, and then needs to have required fuel in him to keep him going even when the situation is very adverse. Since the officer is required to, you need to have a balance in you. Okay, so I think I have covered it adequately. Now I'll further go into those 15 OLQs. I'll not be able to define them again for the want of time, but I'll give you the central idea. Okay, so in this group of mind qualities, you have reasoning ability, your ability to reason out things, effective intelligence, organizational ability, and power of expression. Okay, I will elucidate two in little more details. This is your effective intelligence. This is not your IQ, right? This is not your cognitive intelligence. What here is looked for is your practical intelligence. Okay, practical intelligence. So how practical you are in dealing with day-to-day problems, right? They may be simple problems, they may be difficult problems, and making use of the available resources. So that is what defines your effective intelligence, right? If a task is given to you and you say, okay, I need A, B, C, D, then only I can do this task, then you are low on effective intelligence. What is expected is whatever is available, whatever is their task which has been given. Now, within that, how practically you can see to it that that task gets done. That ability is called effective intelligence. Power of expression, this is again communication skills, loosely you can say, but it is not just your knowledge of the language, right? Like I said, subconscious plays a very important point. More than 80% of your communication is through your body language, and which is controlled by your subconscious mind. Okay. Now, second group of qualities, social adaptability, how well you adopt yourself in a social conditions, cooperation, and sense of responsibility. Here again, gentlemen, from SSB point of view, English meaning cooperation is you cooperate with others. Okay. But in SSB, it has a definite meaning. What it also involves is that you place organization's interest above your self-interest. You are not a selfish person, right? If you are a person who says, "इसमें मेरे लिए क्या है? How will I get benefited?" then you are lacking that quality of cooperation. Okay. So you place self-interest. If a person who is selfish, who says, "यार मेरे को क्या मिलेगा?" So you are going to join a business where at stake is your life and life of your subordinates. So any person who is selfish, who looks for his own benefit, even at the cost of organizational goals or whatever is to be desired, okay, he would be said not to be having this OLQ. Sense of responsibility, besides being you are responsible, right, you need to own up, have that ownership. Anything goes wrong, then you own up the responsibility, right? You get involved and you see to it that whatever is the thing, you follow your self discipline, you you self constraints wherever required, all those qualities get clubbed in sense of responsibility. Okay, third group of qualities: initiative, taking that first step; self confidence, you understand it. But please understand, this self confidence is also when chips are down. Okay, it is not your self confidence when conditions are absolutely okay. When chips are down, you are against odds. That is the time what kind of a self confidence you display in yourself. Decision making, making quick decision and accurate decisions, ability to influence others, and liveliness. So while you are doing all these things, you should be able to carry others with you. And when, like I said, when chips are down, when you are against odds, okay, that is the time you need to have an ability. You don't allow others morale to go down. You keep them motivated and do the job that is at hand. Okay. And last one, dynamic qualities: courage, stamina, and determination. Okay, like I told you, gentlemen, these are dynamic qualities. These are the ones which provide fuel so that you can undertake all other things well over a period of time in a very consistent manner. Like again, I'll give that example of car. Your car is beautiful, right? Uske parts are excellent. Mind, heart, guts, all everything is fantastic. But if it does not have fuel in it, what use is that car? Will it run? Obviously, it will not run. So please understand all these group of qualities, right? Four of them, you need to have a balance in them. Okay, and uh, I'll give you yet another example, just for clarity's sake, right? Supposing there is a wrestler, very good wrestler, national wrestler. Okay, he would have these qualities in abundance, right? But supposing he does not possess corresponding good qualities of mind, can he be a good uh, army officer or naval officer or air force officer? Obviously, the answer is no. So you need to have a balance in your uh, personality.